Royalties, welcome to yet another video. My name is Sanagantete. Thank you very much for stepping by. Thank you very much for tuning in even on this day. This is a platform where we do all things wellness. This is a theme series that I'm busy on called Parent Child Support. This is a platform where, as a parent myself, I bring all the things that I've learned in my parenthood, and I bring all those things to this platform to empower other parents as they navigate their parenthood themselves. So on this video today, we will be speaking on tips to help your child learn from their mistakes. So I have my notes here, Royalties. I'm gonna keep on looking here on the sides because this is where I have all my notes. So on this topic today, helping our child or our children to learn from their mistakes. This is very much important, Royalties, because we can never raise children and we don't expect them to make mistakes. We as adults, we also make mistakes, and we are gentle with ourselves. We understand when we've made a mistake. We know we are supposed to learn from whatever we made wrong and learn and grow from those mistakes. So the same goes to our children, Royalties. Let us treat their mistakes with love and embrace their challenges and help them to see their mistakes as a learning curve, not as the end of the road. What will help your child to recognize and to learn from their mistakes is how you give feedback to them based on the mistake that they've made. If you demoralize your child, if you speak negative, if you pull down your child because they've made a mistake, this will teach them that mistakes are not part of life. And when I've made a mistake, it means I'm a bad person. It means there's no comeback from what I've made. There's no redemption. There's nothing that I can learn from my mistake because my mother or my father makes me feel like I'm the worst person if I've made a mistake. So we need to encourage our children and teach them that mistakes are part of life. The way we see mistakes when we make them, we must also see our children's mistakes the same way. So here I'm gonna talk on these points based on this topic. The first point says focus on the process, not the outcome. The second one says ask open-ended questions. The third one says encourage self-reflection. The fourth one says praise effort, not just success. The last one says model healthy self-talk. So I'm gonna deal with these topics, Royalties, individually so that we can get everything that we need to get from them. The first one says focus on the process, not the outcome. Emphasize what they can do differently next time. So when you realize what your child has made a mistake, or when your child tells you what they've made a mistake, focus on the entire process, what they've done from point A to the last point. Look at it, and each point you must look at it at a different length, from the beginning to the end of what they've made. Maybe your child has gotten themselves into trouble at school. Maybe they are part of a wrong crowd, or they've joined a wrong group of children, and now they've learned some behavior from this group, and now they've become a bad child at school. They beg chats to teachers. They are bullying other kids. Don't just look at your child from the mistake they've made with, oh, you are a bully, or you are a bad chatter, or you are a disrespectful child. Do not look at the child's behavior and conclude who they are based on what the mistake that they've made. That will destroy your child. That will discourage your child to do better in the future. Look at how your child got into trouble. Maybe you'll start by looking, as they tell you whatever that happened, you'll also look at parts like what kind of friends your child has at school. Why did he or she say that? Who modeled that behavior? If you see that behavior was not modeled from home, then who modeled that behavior from your child? It might be wrong friendships, wrong groups of friends at school, and then you move with the process. Okay, this is what you said, you learned this from this person, or you saw this person doing this and you learned from it and you started doing it, and then now you started being disrespectful to your teachers, and you even moved on to bullying other kids. Look at the entire process so that you are able to help your child. But if you want to take everything and just label it as your child, this is who you are, then you're not going to be able to help your child. Look at all the aspects of the problem or the mistake and break it into pieces and help your child bit by bit by bit. The second one says, ask open-ended questions like, what do you think went wrong? Or what could you do differently? From what your child is telling you ukuthi they have done, or from what you've noticed or seen, ukuthi this child has done this, or now this child is beginning to have this kind of behavior and I don't like it. And now because of that, he or she has done this, she's in trouble now because of this. Check with your child, how do they perceive their mistake? Do they see it as a mistake? Do they see it as something that they can do again anytime tomorrow or in the future? Check your child, how do they feel about what they've done and what they would do differently in the future. If they tell you, I see my behavior came from listening to or spending time with these kinds of friends, then what are you planning to do differently? The first thing maybe they would say, I think I need to find a new group of friends, or I need to find a new friend, or I need to go and apologize for speaking, for backchatting to my teacher. Now you see, they are bringing solution to the problem. They are bringing a new way of doing things. You need to encourage your child to do that, and you need to support your child in doing that, and you need to tell your child, I would be very proud of you if you can fix this, if you can change the friends, the group of friends you have, if they feel they are not good for him or her. And then if you can go and apologize to your teacher, if you can change the way you speak to other children, if you can stop hitting other children, if you can stop teasing other children, because that is bullying. See if they see what is wrong, what is it that they can learn from what they have done, and then help them from there, and see what is it that they are willing to change. Then it shows your child is learning and your child is growing. Our children need to know making a mistake is not the end of the world, but what is important is, are you willing to bring change? Are you willing to correct? What are you willing to do to bring change into what you've done? Then that is growth, royalties. The third one says, encourage self-reflection. Help kids identify what they learned. Go through with your child as they say, this is what I'm going to change. I want to go and apologize. I want to go apologize to this child for speaking bad about them or to them. I want to go apologize to my teacher. I want to change the friendship circle that I have. So it is important to encourage self-reflection. Your child must be able to communicate with you. What have they learned out of the entire process? Whatever mistake that they've done, all the things that they've done, what have they learned? And if they've learned something, it means they are going to emphasize more on changes that they need to do. But if they say, I didn't do anything wrong, it was that child, if they still blame shift, they shift the blame to other person, to the next person, to other children, to the teacher, it means your child have not learned from their mistake. Then you need to sit them down and show to him or her all the aspects of their mistake bit by bit. Then they will come to realization. They will see their parts that brought them to be at fault, and they'll also see the part of the other people, the other children or the teacher, whatever the case is. So the last one says, model healthy self-talk. Show kids how to handle mistakes with kindness. Positive self-talk is very much important, royalties on our children, and it is groomed from home. If we as parents, we have positive self-talk to ourselves, our children listen to us. When we've made mistakes, they listen to what we say to ourselves about ourselves, or what we say to others about ourselves. If it's negativity, if it's negative self-talk, the child is learning from that. Then they will know when they've made mistakes, they must speak negatively. They must not fix their mistakes. They must just look at themselves as the worst case scenario, or look at their case as the worst case scenario, as something that they cannot come out of, or something that they cannot learn anything from. How we treat ourselves, or how we speak about ourselves or others during the process of fixing mistakes, is the same thing that our children are gonna learn. So let us learn positive self-talk to ourselves and to others, or speaking good things about other people in the presence of our children. Then they will know good nabo if they've made mistake, or a friend has made mistake, or a friend has hurt them. They need to know what that was just a mistake. The friend is going to learn from their mistake, and they will also learn from their friends' mistakes, so as to not to repeat the same thing to other people. So I say all this to say, royalties, we need to teach our children what mistakes are a part of life. As long as you learn what you have made wrong and you are willing to correct it, then you have learned, and you've got a positive mindset and a growth mindset. So this is very much important to instill into our children, royalties. Thank you very much for tuning in up to this point. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and you comment on the video. Stay tuned and stay blessed. The next video is coming. Bye bye.